Okay, so it's Alex and it's Tuesday, and this week's topic is testosterone and surgeries. So it's a really broad topic. I'll try and keep it relatively short. So, God, I don't know where to start. It's such a big topic. Testosterone. I want testosterone. I think I'll talk about what it does, because there's a lot of misconceptions about what testosterone does, or what it doesn't do. What it does do, I've just made a list. What it does do is it deepens your voice, get facial hair, body hair, your muscles can increase. It's easier to build muscles, and your strength stays relatively the same, I think, but the actual size of your muscles increases. You sort of get a dick, your clitoris enlarges. So you don't get a fully functioning penis, but what you do have increases. That's because in the womb it's the same thing. It's made out of the same tissue. The monthly things stop. Sometimes that happens immediately, sometimes that takes a while. Your hairline will recede here to get a masculine M-shaped hairline. You can get bald later on, but that happens to cis guys as well. So there's a lot of trans people saying, "Oh my god, I'm going to stop T if I go bald," but it's a fact of male life. You can't pick and choose the changes. Your body fat will redistribute from your hips to your stomach area. The bits, I can't remember what they're called, I hate biology, but the sort of glands that make the oil in your skin increase their activity, so you get oily skin, and your skin can also get rougher as the pores change and all that stuff. Your body odour can change. As men smell a bit different to women. That changes. I also heard some people saying their pee smells different, which, that's just the thing that happens. Your sex drive increases, generally. I think that's sort of what really hits most guys first. So that would be interesting. And then there's two that are never really spoken about. The number of red blood cells in your blood. Whoa, it's just started raining. I was going to make this outside as well. Your red blood cells increase, and your cholesterol can change. The levels of good cholesterol and bad cholesterol change. So that's what happens with T. Things like emotional changes. A lot of people think and say that you get angrier on T, but that's really not the case. I've heard a lot of people saying they mellow out on T and all of that. So I think that's a personal basis on your emotional changes, but I wouldn't say I'm not going on T because I might get angry. I think just how you deal with emotions changes. A lot of people find it harder to cry. So yeah, that's the effects of T. Top surgery, there's the two. There's periareolar and double incision. There's some people do variations on that, but those are the two general things. Periareolar is just cutting around the nipples, and that's only for people with really small chests to start with. I'm not personally bothered about the scars. I think I would probably go for double incision, although I probably could get away with having the peri. It's just sort of a personal preference. I prefer the results of double incision, but yeah, it's something you've got to work out yourself between you, your surgeon, what surgeons you like, what results you like, people with similar body sizes and shapes, all that sort of stuff. A good place to research for that is TransBucket, and you've got to register on it, but it's free, and there's loads of results on there from loads of different surgeons. So yeah, go check that out. And then bottom surgery, again, look on TransBucket, but be aware that a lot of the results are unfinished. There's two surgeries there. There's metoidioplasty and phalloplasty. I don't think I'd have either of them personally at the moment. I just don't have that much lower dysphoria, and the results aren't brilliant, and I don't really want to have to go through shitloads of surgeries if I can help it. So, you know, there's a lot of bad stuff being said about lower surgery, but a lot of the information that's out there is outdated. People don't generally show it off because of all the shaming that goes on, and you know, it's all personal. You know, it's down to you what you do. So that's sort of my thoughts on lower surgery. And then there's like hysterectomies, oophorectomies, I don't know how you say it. Just taking out all your innards, your reproductive organs. That is something which you should only do if you're on testosterone or if you're prepared to take estrogen for the rest of your life. But, you know, obviously doctors cover all this stuff. That's because not having any sex hormones increases your chances of getting osteoporosis, which is where your bones sort of crumble, basically. They become less dense. So this is just sort of a general covering of the topic. I think it's like really important to do your research. I would not rely on Tumblr for your research. Yeah, it's a great place, there's loads of trans guys on there, but yeah, just don't rely on it for your research, because not everyone is as well informed as they come across as being, and you know, it's not a verified medical place. Yeah, just don't rely on it. You know, I've already mentioned Transbucket, that's good for surgeries. Hudson's Guide is another really good place for just general FTM stuff. I haven't looked on there for a long while, but you know, it's really good. That's where I just got this list of the changes from. I'm part of a forum, susans.org, and that's another really good place. You know, loads of people know loads of stuff, and they're all really willing to share their experiences and stuff like that. So go and check that out. Yeah, I think that's just about it on this topic. You know, I could talk about it for ages, but yeah, I'm not going to. But yeah, just really do your research and be sure on what you want, and remember that you can't pick and choose the changes. You know, to some extent you can like wax and take like anti-hair loss stuff, finasteride. I can spell it, but I don't know how to say it. But yeah, there's like stuff you can take, but then that has knock-on effects onto body hair and just general changes. So, you know, just think carefully about what it is you're doing. You can come off it, but if you've been on it for so long, then your ovaries shut down, and then you'll be left with no sex hormones, and you get the osteoporosis problem again. So yeah, just generally just think about what you're doing, and it is a medicine, and it is a controlled substance, tea that is, obviously. So, you know, be sure on what you're doing. Don't just jump into it. Okay, and don't take it illegally. Unless you know, if that's all there is available to you and you're desperate for it, then, you know, do it, but do it safely. Get your levels checked. That's like all I have to say on this. Have a good week.